Hey, howdy guys, it has been a while. Welcome back to the channel. This is Maverick here with the remaining 2 episodes of Fire Force. Now, I do understand that this is like 2 weeks too late. Very sorry, but I just got back and things have been hectic and whatnot. Honestly, I don't even know how many of you guys will still be here waiting for these final 2 episodes this long after the fact, but hey, for the purpose of completion, we should still do it, right? I should still do it. So, if there are any of you still watching this, I am very grateful. But anyways, some things first. I do know that for these 2 episodes, they were released back to back 2 weeks ago, so sort of like a final 1 hour special. And I also do know that the second season of Fire Force has been announced. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about this at the very end there, while I'll give my final thoughts onto this first season. But I do feel like this series has more potential, especially starting from the very last arc, compared with the previous ones. But anyways, now that we are in these final closing moments, we still need to see the conclusion of the duel between Shinra and Sho. Maybe a little bit more about what exactly happened to Sho throughout these few years that he was, I guess, abducted in a sense, and what exactly is the meaning of the Idolibers, the Idolinks, what is the Evangelist trying to do, what is the state of the world right now, right? So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Right, some final backstory. No, I think we're already seeing this. Yeah, Raphael's the first. Yeah, we've seen this before. Come on, give us some new stuff. Right. Right. What else? Alright, immediately back to the duel. That's fine. Oh, he has a lot of memories of you. I mean, to be fair to Sho, he was very small, so he probably didn't have that much memories of Shinra. Eh? Alright. Now, is this because of his abilities? Or is this because of the Idolink? Wants to punch him in the face? Oh, never mind. That is a creepy face. Honestly, compared with the rest, I'm much more interested in Shou's memories. Yeah, there we go. Like this stuff. Like what happened to him? I mean, it can go both ways, right? Or does Shou literally not have memory? And where's Dad, by the way? You know, whenever there's these kinds of families where the dad is missing, it always inevitably turns out to be some big shot character related with the main story at the very end. Or what if the evangelist was their father? Ooh. Bear in mind, I'm basing that on literally nothing. Okay. Wait, that's literally it? So his memories were actually repressed, and that's it? Huh. Okay. That was unexpected. I was expecting more where, you know, it's, I guess not brainwashed in the traditional sense, but indoctrined, let's just say. Uh, Never mind. Wait, what? What? Oh, what? Alright, alright. Let me skip this real quick. Wait, so his... What? Alright. Yeah, another antagonist who likes to talk a lot. I like that they call it out themselves. Huh, alright. Like I said, I am a little bit surprised that that's what actually happened with Sho. So his memories... Okay, so the evangelist is not granting him his powers anymore? Something like that. Hmm. I kind of won. Well, they're not really trying to kill him, but... Ooh. Okay. So he's like resistance to all kind of mind control techniques? Is it because he's a simpleton or something like that? Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I guess plasma is, in a sense, electrical signals as well. Liquefied. Hmm. Yeah, never mind. I thought you guys were supposed to not kill Shinra. Okay. All of the Ashen Knights have left. The blade is still in there, so he doesn't bleed out. And a new character. I guess the medic? Doctor? Lieutenant. Fuck. Oh wait, this is yeah, the other company. Yeah, I almost forgot about her. I only saw her once, really.
第八がネザーの禁忌を犯したから太陽神の怒りを買ったんじゃないのか。
そうではありません。やはり伝道者なる者と白装束の一味が人工のホムラ人を作り出していました。異界アドラから来る炎、アドラバーストを持つ者を探し、この世界を破壊するためだと。
話は後で聞かせてもらおう。
ホアン大隊長、死んだは治るでしょうか。
正直厳しいな。まず患者の体力が持つか。仮に命は取り留めても最悪の場合全身麻痺など後遺症があるかもしれない。患者は第三世代でアドラバーストを持っているんだな。
はい。
私も聖なる炎と呼ばれるアドラバーストに触れたことはない。どうなるかは未知数だ。
うちの大切な隊員なんです。ホアン大隊長、お願いします。
やってみよう。最善は尽くす。
太陽神様、シンラさんに命の投下を。
刀の摘出に成功。バイタルも安定してるわね。
So,
私の能力で処置する。
fire powers can be used for healing as well.
能力だけで治せるかどうか。
That is interesting. These fire abilities are really convenient. They can be expanded into every single kind of ability. And of course, symbolism of using a serpent there is quite apt as well.
リサさんと一緒にいる。リサさん、かなり心が参ってるみたい。
第六って病院なのか？どんな部隊だ？
ほんと何にも知らねえのな。
Do tell.
国の医療が西洋教会にのみ許された神事であることは知ってるよな。だから第六も第一と同じ西洋教会が主体で、特に治療の分野を担う部隊だ。
あはん。ってことは、ここは西洋教会か。病院ってことだな。
特殊消防隊だよ。第六のホアン大隊長は能力者の治療では他に並ぶ者がいないらしい。特殊な能力を使って治療するらしいけど。
ホアン大隊長の治療は何か特殊なんですか？
彼女の能力は炎の蛇を操って怪我や病気、さまざまな症状を治療できるらしい。それが能力者相手だと患者の炎も利用して瞬時に苦しみから解放すると。
綺麗な炎だわ。この調子なら問題なさそうね。すごいわ、アドラバースト。彼の炎も再生に使い切ったから、目覚めるのは数日後になるかしら。
3日後。
Alright, what about the aftermath of everything?
目覚めた。腹減ったな。米が食べたい。ショーはどうなった？助けられたのに。また伝道者の元に行ったのか？弟とこの空を見てたはずなのに。
さすがホアン大隊長の予想通りに目覚めたな。 せいか顔色もそう悪くなさそうだ。とは言っても病み上がりだ。楽にしたまえ。無事で何よりだ。
バーンズ大隊長。
Is he going to tell him some more information about what exactly happened those tens of years ago?
初の二等消防官のためにわざわざですか？
迷惑かね。
いえ。
体調が良いならこのまま見舞い話でもどうかな。12年前の
There we go. That's what I'm waiting for.
着替えたまえ。外の空気を吸いながら握り飯でもどうだい。よく食べるのか。
はい。人並み以上に。
大きくなったな。
12年前から俺のことを知ってたんですね。やっぱりあの時の消防官はあなたでしたか。全部知ってたんですか。
ああ。あの火事の真実を私が報告していれば、親と弟を殺したおめえを背負わずに済んでいたな。
俺のことはどうだっていい。バーンズ大隊長はショーが生きていたことも知っていたんですか。
ああ、知っていた。
じゃあショーが伝道者どもに連れ去られたのも知っていたってことですか。
ああ、知っていた。
なんで助けてやらなかった。なんで俺に黙ってたんですか。分かっていれば12年もショーをあんな闇の中に放っておかなかったのに。
その12年も経ち、成長した身でも死にかけた君に伝えたところで何ができたというのだね。
これはたまたま。前に手合わせした時とは違う。
どうだか。たまたま助かっただけだろう。違うというのなら見せてみろ。かかってこい。
Alright. Dang. Okay. See you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I'm going to be watching episode 24 immediately after this, but I just want to make some quick mention as to the events that transpired in this episode. So, three main things, right? The first one would be in regards to Shou. So, I was quite surprised that this turned out the way that it did. So it turns out that Shou was literally just, having his memories repressed, sort of being brainwashed in a certain way, or mind controlled, instead of what I initially thought. Especially looking at Lisa's situation and whatnot, I thought it was more a case where, the Ashen Knights here, the White Clads, they're being indoctrinated in a way of their thinking, right? Such as a religious cult or something, where they literally believe that the evangelist is going to bring about their salvation in a sort of way. Maybe they understand a little bit more in regards to the powers that govern this world, the true meaning of the great soul, the true meaning of these flames and whatnot. And so that is why, his words has credibility, and that is why he has these followers, right? They literally believe in him because he's representing a power that is incomprehensible to mortals here. And so I thought the clash between Shinra and Shou would have been more of a sort of ideological clash. Like, Shou would be basically saying, you know nothing, you're a mere mortal, this is into the realm of the gods, of the deities, this is not something that you can touch. And then, of course, Shinra, representing the everyday normal human, being a hero, a champion of the human race, would be like, no, okay, I understand what you're saying, but still, screw it, we're humans, we're humankind, we're here to stay, etc., etc. I thought it was going to be that kind of situation, but apparently not. And I guess, in a way, this makes it, there are some implications for this, right? For one thing, his sort of conflict with Shou is much more easily resolved here if we know that, hey, they're all on the same side here. And of course, it also damages the credibility of the evangelist's position. If it was the thing that I thought before, then maybe he has a certain point, right? But here now it seems that he's simply deceiving everybody and just manipulating people for his own perhaps even personal gain in a sort of way. Like, it's not like I'm trying to make out the other side to be just or whatnot. I'm just saying that originally I thought it was a case where, hey, they had their points, their stance, their perspective of things, maybe not in the best of interest for normal humans, for humankind, but they would have a point, right? And that was where I thought this story was going. But and that could still be true. Show could easily be just an outlier here. Maybe the evangelist just thinks that mind controlling him is the easiest thing to do. But we'll see, right? We'll see. I don't even think we're going to learn much more, even in the next episode, with what Captain Burns is going to say. But yeah, that's basically it. My thoughts on Show here. The second thing, of course, would be just a quick mention as to the sixth company, the using the rod of Asclepius, quite an apt usage there. So, well, I guess it's more of a trivia kind of thing, but basically it's the same symbol that a lot of medical services use, because that does represent medicine and healing and all sorts of that. And it's quite funny, if you don't really go through the history of this, you'd be like, why in the world are medical organizations that are tasked with healing, with helping people, using a serpent as their symbol, right? Serpents or snakes are generally regarded as poisonous, as harmful, etc., etc. So, as far as I know, it's meant to represent the duality of serpents, right? So they're I should say the duality of drugs in a certain way. So drugs can harm you, drugs can heal you. It all depends on how you use it and moderate usage, right? And I guess it's also an apt comparison with fire as well, right? Fire is definitely one of the greatest things that happened to human society. It helped open up a plethora of opportunities, but at the same time, fire is dangerous, right? Fire can do more harm than good as well. It all depends on how you use it. So I did like that sort of the duality symbolism here, and they actually used the correct one as well. They didn't use the double serpent one, they used the single serpent one. So kudos to them. And so one final quick thought would be in regards to Burns, right? So, well, I guess I can't really say that's a quick thought. We're literally going to see what he's going to say in the next episode. He's obviously seen something during that event that transpired 12 years ago, in which he felt it would be best for him to shut up, right? Although I do want to know how far deep the rabbit hole goes. Is it that he saw something that would challenge the roots of society as has been built right now, and so he chose to cover it up in the interest of the people? Is it that sort of situation, or is it on a much smaller scale? So hopefully we're going to really have a better sense of what we're dealing with in the next and final episode. So there we go. Those are my quick thoughts. Let me just get directly into the next episode. See you guys in a few.